Yeah, like presto with the pesto.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Joined by our guest,
Kraze T, the MC.
Hell yeah.
On the
Another
scene.
tale of the deep. Thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, much love.
No problem.
Much love. Yeah, thanks for being here, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Long time coming.
Yeah, for real. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's me a couple times.
Yeah, definitely. But things come to fruition, when the time comes. So
we're all busy,
Yeah, it's
busy
life.
lives.
Yeah.
It's life. I'm just happy we're able to get this in, and share your story, bro. So tell us a little bit about where it starts.
I mean, you want me to be like Chunk off the Goonies, bro? Come on. I mean, I could take you way back.
Where did the music start?
The music. So let's just put it like this. My family was kind of like one of those families that, like, I want to see them do something. I was kind of trained at a young age, 4 or 5 years old, to like be doing like push-ups and all that stuff, like whatever. And around the same time, my Nino, he was like playing beats on the piano and stuff. My dad was a beatboxer in high school and stuff. So like they wanted to create the new generation of rap or just music through me. Have me kind of take their notes and grow from there. So I was always trained, for fighting and stuff at a young age. And then around the same time, I was doing all the books. My dad at like, I guess, third grade or so, something like that. He had me going through the dictionary, 20 pages, not 20 pages, but write 20 words out of the dictionary, put it down, write it 20 times, and then put it in a sentence. And I did that every day for probably about 2 to 3 years or so, something like that. It's been a while, but, like, that was building up my, my vocabulary. I didn't really realize that until maybe 11, 12, when my Nino started trying to freestyle over and stuff, because he was teaching me how to do the beats and all that stuff around that. Before that, like around like 7, 8 or so. So like he got me piano, all that, and just didn't really stick to me, but I could do, basic tune stuff like that. And I just always had a like melodic type
so
mind.
You kind of know the piano then, or?
Ish. I don't know how to read the fucking, the things on it and stuff, but I understand, how I like things to be sound, and I could sit there and I could fuck with it, and then, I could catch that rhythm. Back when I was training it, you'd have to sit there, record it, and then play it for as long as you, like, literally, as long as a song. If it's a 3-minute song, you have to learn that chord or learn that repetition for 3 minutes long and just sit there and do it as you're recording it into it. So it's just, I don't understand it, but I know how, like, I like it to sound. So, like, I can make some beats and shit through it as long as I got the right equipment and, kind of like work with it, So, like, I guess 4 years ago, something like that, I had a Roland Emcee 505 groove box. I think I've shown you that before. Basically a little beat machine. It's like a fucking thing where you do samples, whatever shit. Yeah. Yeah, then I was making my beats off of that. It's not necessarily where I was carrying it on into like 16 bars or whatever, because you could break it down 4, 8, whatever shit like that when you're, making the beat and stuff. But I knew what I knew. And basically, when it all boils down to it, I've kind of been in the music most of my life. And that's why I am who I am within the music scene and, what I've done and how you see me and stuff. But it's because I knew at a young age that I had something. So around 18 is when I did my first show, after making my first actual song and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty dope. Like any new artist, you kind of figure out how it goes. Give me a second. Pass. But that's when I did Herb the Phenom over at the Roxy way back in the day. That was my first, whatever, introduction onto it. Had some fun with that one. I was put on to some other shows and stuff and had to figure out the game. And then I figured out, like, that wasn't necessarily aimed towards making the artist money because, you kind of pay to play, put down money and shit. You just get the opportunity. You don't necessarily get the chance to get too much money back because of how they structure it, whatever, if you don't get the sponsorships, etc., whatever. At that point in time, I'm like, all right, well, what can I do to make it to where that's not necessarily the thing? You know, because most artists you sell $400 or $500 worth of tickets, get like $100 back or whatever kickback, and some of the bigger shows type shit. How can I circumvent that? How can I make it to where everybody has the chance, opportunity to actually make at least half back or something? You know, and we've done a lot of shows ourselves.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I always try to be for the people. You know, I want it for the people, because in the end, us underground, we're the gears. We're the gears that churn and keep shit alive and the interest, yada yada. I mean, I guess we can't say that we're the reason.
They need openers.
Yeah, they need openers, but they also need the culture out here too. How many people out here are actually doing it? You know what I mean? You have so many different names that are in so many different cliques that are doing so many different shows and so on and so forth. We are basically the heart of it. You know what I mean? And even if we don't make it up to like opening it up for like Bone Thugs, this and that or whatever, we still all have our own lanes, and we have brought a good culture of it. Because I mean, if you think about it, Denver is a plethora of just many different cultures, musically and so on and so forth. You know, they have the fighting scene, the fighting community, stuff like that. They have like the fitness people, you know, all that stuff, and the bike riders, and you know,
fucking mountain climbers.
yeah, it's just
the snowboarders, the skiers. You know, like
everywhere. You got the rappers. You don't got very many singers anymore. You got some that are like R&B and stuff like that, and then you know, mainly hip hop has always been hip hop, but you know, you started getting like the rap, the 2000s and up and all that. Everybody starts switching into different ways, and because we're in the middle, we get hit with East Coast, West Coast, Dirty South, all that stuff, and everybody just has their own style based off of what they listen to, you know. So yeah,
just push him off you.
No,
yeah, if he gets annoying,
it's okay. We got the little one over here, but yeah, bro. It's a life thing. It's to kind of boil it down. It's a life thing. You know, you love it or you shouldn't be doing it. You know, like you can rap, you can have fun with it, maybe try to grow with it. You know, because I don't discourage anybody to try to do it. You know, I mean, if you want to try it, try it. If it's something that speaks to you, just do it. You know, regardless, just do it, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you can do it better. For the longest, I didn't have any vocal stuff. Like I just had like regular whatever. I sounded like shit, honestly. You know, I know that. I could say in retrospect, yeah, I know. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be dope regardless. I'm going to sit here and wait until somebody actually sees that in me that can help get better quality, whatever, shit like that, that can help me develop as an artist. I found some people, taught me some shit, this and that. I learned, and then I found out how to do it better for myself. It's really what you invest into it is what you get back. You know, and that's really all you can do is invest in yourself, invest in your skills, and then just keep moving forward with it. You have to study the business that you're in, because the music is a business. It's a passion, but it's also a business. You got to know your algorithm. You got to know your demographic. You got to know, hey, these people in this place right here, they fuck with it. So let me put some money in marketing and put it as an ad for my next video that I'm dropping, and target those people at this age, these amount of interest that they have, whatever, so on and so forth. That way you could target it the right way and get your right audience, your right audience. Once you understand that, you can but start developing as an artist. And now you have merchandise. You could start a fucking website, this, that, or whatever, build it as a brand. Just like any big company does, like Nike, this, that, or whatever. You know it based off of its brand. That's how you got to push yourself, you know?
Definitely, man.
And it converts.
Hell yeah. We got brands, you know. We got to build that brand, you know, in all the ways, like relationships and doing the shows and everything. And like we're talking about with, you know, like you being a promoter and all that, you know, you got to work with the promoters, you got to know the promoters and all that, and, you know, build those relationships and work on that brand, you know, because that's what it is, you know. We're selling, you know, ourselves, you know, our personality, you know?
Yep.
And so,
I mean, that's your music.
Yeah.
Your music is your personality.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, there's few cats like myself that are able to transition into different types of arenas. You know what I mean? And I know some of us either like have that ability or not. You know? Find what you're good at. Find what you're good at and just do it. This guy over here is always telling me, bro, if you just focus, I can make you a champion. When it can't comes to the fighting stuff, whatever. I'm like, I'm trying, because I'm always that man.
I'm
that's
dead
like,
ass, though.
I'm a Renaissance man, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I love doing different things.
I get it. All right. Because have you heard the phrase, jack of all trades, a master of none? Have you heard the rest of that phrase?
I have.
What's the rest of that phrase? I forget
the rest of it, but I know. It's better to know a lot about a little than...
That's pretty much the meaning of it. Yeah. So a master of, or a jack of all trades is a master of none, but still better than a master of one.
Yep. See, basically.
So nowadays there's a concept going around. It's called serial mastery, where you master a range of things. So say like 2 or 3 things.
Yep.
Instead of just one, because in this day and age, if you were to fall through on one thing, then you need to have something to fall back on, honestly.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
No, definitely. That's kind of like how I presented myself with my business and stuff. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I am with my life, period. But with my business, what I did is like, I started out doing carpet with my uncle at like 13 years old. You know what I mean? And that was out of punishment. My mom would always send me to my uncle's during the summers. And out of punishment, he would have me go out there, rip out the carpet, actually do a man's job, helping him out with carrying tools. I was the gopher. I went for anything he needed me to do. He's like, you do it. I'm like, all right, cool. He paid me a little bit. I ended up taking care of me throughout the summers and shit, but I started learning that. That's where I got the work ethic. And when I went into having my son at like 18 years old, I went straight into a job, which was FedEx. Went there for about 2.5 years until I got like 1,000+ hours. Was supposed to get my benefits, my health, and all that stuff. And because I didn't know what I was doing, I messed up the shit inside the computer. Like, oh, well, we can't help you. It's going to have to take another month or whatever. I'm like, you got me going in 16 freaking doors a night. You got me going into 16 different trucks a night, keeping up with everybody. You're sending me to all these different areas and stuff because I was like literally that guy coming 500-600 fucking packs an hour. You know what I mean? Like I was the hub hole. I did good at what I did, and every job that I got after that, and every job that I did after that, I was that guy. I was the fucking workhorse. And the thing is, when you go in it with the workhorse mentality, yes, you can get taken advantage of. But if you fucking just sit there, you learn, you do it, and you show, hey, I actually give I give a damn about what's going on. I want to grow within the company. You end up getting people that are like, all right, cool, let me teach you this. Let me teach you that. Let me teach you that. And I seen over time, like, the more I learned here, I could ask for more over here. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I would learn every skill until I thought that I was comfortable with it in order to go out and actually do it on my own. Then went on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next skill. My family gave me so much shit about it, saying like, oh yeah, you need to stay, pick one job, doing this and stuff. I'm like, you just don't understand what I'm doing. You don't understand what I'm doing. I'm learning at that point. I found that jack of all trades kind of thing, that would be something that I wanted to add to my repertoire. I wanted to be able to learn that shit. That way I could be useful anywhere that I go. You know what I mean? And eventually I got that shot. I started my business out of necessity. My mother, she was sick. Her back was messed up. My sister just kind of left. It was just me and her for a little bit. And, a couple people that shown up here and there, but they weren't like steady, they weren't like there, but because of that, I'm like, all right, well, I need to do something. She can't work. She can't do much. I need to do something. I was good at finding jobs on Craigslist. I found contractors that I subcontracted under that would kind of like keep me work fed and stuff. I found this guy, his name's James, over on the Ace Hardware down in what is that? Glendale, something like that. Very good guy. But he gave me my first job for somebody. I went in there and it was like a half a day's work of putting down some pavers. Putting down some pavers and snacking it in, just kind of do some stonework. And he's like, well, how much will you charge me? I'm like, well, obviously, you know what this work is. You already did a lot of it. You understand how much, it takes to actually get it done, how long it'll take. What can you offer me? She's like, how about $400? I should have said $6, but I said, how about yes, let's get started. Next day, 4 hours of work, just got it down, made my first $100 an hour job, you know, which is cool. And then you just kind of take some time. It took about 2 to 3 years to actually understand how much these jobs are worth based off of materials and how long it's going to take me and so on and so forth. What do I really sell myself as? And for how much? Same thing as an artist does, you know? That's kind of like, it balances. What am I going to do? And I use those experiences to transfer to music shows, transfer to everything. You have to, you know what I mean? Because if you're not adapting and you're not growing, you're not doing very much of anything. You could sit and stay stagnant, which I have an opportunity right now to, because work is slow. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my time, train, you know, sit there, work my body and stuff. I've been doing a lot of jump roping and stuff, you know, sitting there and keeping my legs moving and stuff. Haven't really been partaking very much in other things other than just kind of eating better, drinking more water, you know, actually trying to keep my health up. That way, hey, I get this training in every Sunday, and even more so because throughout the week I'll train like day on, day off, and just kind of like work it to where either I'm going to do something with that, have some fun with that, build that up a little bit. I'm going to do something with the music, build that up a bit. I got a lot of plans with that. I actually have a new endeavor that I'm going to do. Let's see, the Unbeaten Path is what I believe I have named it, but it's the Unbeaten Path. Okay, so yeah, my mind, bro, ADHD. I'm sorry, but the Unbeaten Path. It's going to be a underground magazine, and it's going to go towards music, art, and other things like that. Like this professor that I'm talking to right now, as just like a friend, colleague, whatever. I'm not a colleague because I'm not in that, but we bounce each other's ideas off really good. And she's a professor in writing and teaches at CU and DU, and she's like really fucking good. We're talking about starting a magazine.
Nice.
You know, so I'm gonna take all the artists and stuff that I know that, you know, still fuck with me and stuff, and that want to actually push something, put them out, give them a small bio, show them how to market themselves, how to merchandise, how to get all their links all in one place. You know, that way they could have their link tree, get them QR code, get them set up to where they could properly promote themselves, teach them the game, teach them what they need to do, get all the videographers, whoever I can, together to where it's the same network that I've been wanting to, you know, create when it comes to, like, you know, Facebook, stuff like that, the people that I know. But now I'm taking it to where we could go to the colleges, get people that are barely starting over there, teach them. Also, possibly get to go in like self-defense classes, people like that, you know, connect each other together, like Master Clark or whatever, have them in there, have like that community in there. I want it to be underground for the underground, you know what I mean? Like for the underbelly of the people, put them in all fucking bars, put them in all the liquor stores, put them in all the places that you go, you know, like anywhere, bro. Dispensaries, all that, you know, like there's no reason why we can't show our people off to our people, you know what I mean? And this lady, she knows how to get grants, stuff like that, to get that going from, you know, the state. So you can do that and then, you know, get ad revenue, be like, hey, these people, you know, you put it in, get the page, stuff like that, just build it up. And from there, you know, just grow. You never know who's going to pick that magazine up. It could be anywhere. Sell subscriptions. I could start a company doing that, just selling subscriptions for like $5 a piece or something. But you get like a monthly or a yearly kind of thing, and now I'll send you like shirts for it or whatever, send you invites to go to free for a show that we're doing, etc. Like actually grow it and give incentives, give the power back to the artists and the people that are actually doing it, instead of just, you know, hey, can I pay to get on there or something like that. Eventually, if you want more, then yeah, you could pay for more, but I want it to be free for everybody for the most part, you know, other than sponsors sponsors, people like that help kind of push it out.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I could talk.
How long you been planning that for? Or has that been something you just came up with recently?
The last month or so, but I've always kind of wanted to do something like that. Just this month or so, I found somebody that I could actually talk to about it, that could articulate it, and actually like could take me there, with them type, because it always boils down to who you know as well as what you know. I know a lot, but I don't know how to utilize it. I didn't know how to utilize it as far as finding the publisher, this and that and stuff. I knew the idea, but I didn't know how to bring it into fruition until I had somebody that's like, hey, this is how you could do that. You could get online publishing. It could be made to order. That way you don't have to buy in bulk, stuff like that. And then if I get like a grant, then I can make thousands of copies or whatever and put them out. And now at that point in time, I could be like, all right, well, that's where the subscriptions come in. That's where the ad sales and all that stuff comes in. So I could recoup the investment for getting the actual, stuff made. And now eventually get it to pay for itself, and I won't have to use that grant or something,
Yeah.
So,
smart.
yeah. I'm trying to clean up my act, my life, everything that I'm doing. But I have to be more tactical about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just all about growth and changing, like we were talking earlier. You have to change. You have to change as a person. You have to change your thought, the way that you're doing things, how you're moving, Shit, I lucid dream all the time, And I sit there and I put myself by thinking, to bed by thinking about things and all this stuff. And then I end up, I can sleep very lightly, but I still I control my dreams. You know what I mean? I put what's in there, and then sometimes I'm building shit. You know what I mean? I know I'm building a fence, building this, or I'm on a job. I'm actively building that. That's why I go in and I just knock it out. My mind thinks kind of crazy.
Hey man, it's good. It could help you be creative and think outside the box.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Be creative, bro. Because there's not a lot of creativity out there nowadays.
Got something for you.
What's up?
Damn, look at these.
Oh yeah. No,
the little keychain things. They're actually
from that last show.
QR codes. I just got some more of them.
Oh, these new
NFC.
ones?
Yeah,
That's
NFC.
Cool.
The NFC codes. Check them out. We just got those. Shout out to Christina.
Also, that's mine.
Hooking it out. Hooking it up.
That's mine then, right?
Yeah, it's you. That's you.
What do you guys connected to it?
So the one with Shen Lo has my links. The DSE has our podcast link.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a show coming up here on March 14th. It's opening up for Stella Standing Bear.
Nice.
It'll be dope as fuck.
Yeah, you was telling me about that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope as fuck. So I'm actually gonna get more because I'll probably hand quite a few of these out. But
nice.
Yeah, that's So I'll have those at the show. Just be handing them out to people and shit.
That's good. That's good. The NFC thing is really good. It's like that dot card. It's just the business card. You could just boop.
Exactly.
I had mine on the back of my phone for a while until I kind of ripped it off on accident. Yeah, but I gave mine out too. I got to get some more.
Was it one of those dot cards, or was it just NFC?
NFC from the same plug that you got, probably.
Oh, really?
Do Chef Burnouts people? Yeah, from the last show.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Shout out Chef Burnout.
Yeah,
Shout out TNT. Shout out my boys. You know what I mean?
Already. Much love, y'all. We got to get Kean on the podcast next.
Definitely. Oh, bro, you got to get us there both together. All three of us or something.
We got to.
Especially because y'all all freestyle. I beatbox. Kean loves to fucking freestyle. You know what I mean? That'd be a fun little thing to do.
That shit will be live.
It'll be lit. It'll be lit. He's got that that battle with Relentless Say Less coming up soon.
Yeah, on the February 21st. 2 weeks from today we record, or not today exactly, on this Friday.
Bro, I've known Relentless. I've known Kian. I may not have seen Relentless recently and seen his recent stuff or whatever, but if it's anything like it was before. And creativity wise, I think Kean's got the win on that, bro. It's not even really just bias. It's just knowing my knowing my flow, knowing the way that people hit things. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Relentless. He's nice. He's nasty on some of the parts, but it's just delivery, cadence, keying. He could just kind of go in and out and stuff. He doesn't need to be talking shit. He could actually tell a story. You know what I mean? But still be like straight up with you on some shit. Just freestyle, not even just writing and everything. You know, because recently those battles is kind of like, you know, written stuff that you could just pull off right off the bat. It's not like 90s in the streets, beatboxing and freestyling and shit back to back. You know, just it's not like that anymore. I mean, where I go. Different story. I'm just playing. No, I just love the art, bro. I love the art. You know, right. For a moment there, I was trying to do the whole Harry Mack shit, whatever, play some beats and stuff, and then you give me some words. But I can't like have those words in my mind and then go off of that after you tell me it. Mm-hmm. So like my mind just can't process it. It's always like, so I could hear you. Mm-hmm. You could say something. And then I'll register it, put it in there. You could say something, I'll register it, put it in there, so on and so forth. As long as I'm able to hear it, I'll put it in there until, like, of course, you fuck up the cadence. I'm not a fucking master at it, but, you know, you just kind of go from there and then pass it. Like,
hell yeah.
Have a little fun with people and shit.
Mm-hmm. We used to practice that a lot, too, with pulling shit out of a hat when you're freestyling.
Yeah, we used to do that.
That's a good way to get your vocabulary up. You know what I mean? Get you out. You guys... last time I seen you guys was pretty dope. So we're at the Roxy, right?
Yeah, at the Roxy, we did that little cipher on the stage. That shit was
that was cool too.
Yeah, thank you for coming up.
Nice.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Thank you guys for showing up. You surprised me, man. Yeah, that's the first time I heard you. I'm like, okay, this motherfucker coming out. And then
I've been telling people.
Bro, you came out a lot better than I've seen you recently and shit. So you're growing as an artist.
I love the energy.
Yeah,
y'all. I'm learning.
Y'all fucking collide really nice. You know what I mean?
I've always said that. I don't know. Me and MNG have always had a certain chemistry.
Yeah,
like, that I don't have with nobody else. Especially when it comes to the music and this creativity shit. You know, these creative endeavors that we've been on. Like it's been.
You know why he said it like that, bro? Because he has me on a verse and he ain't even released a song yet.
He right.
We could just like
right. I got a verse that I got a song with you that I haven't released. It's not mixed or mastered yet.
I need to record my verse. I heard it again recently. I'm like, gosh, shit, I know I could have done better. You know, so I get it. It's okay. Sorry, that was like right around the time.
We'll get that in. I might have to just send you my shit. I think my verse might be good enough. I don't know. I have to re-listen to it. It's been a minute.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point, fucker.
That's how it be with music, though, too. Shit. It be taking a long time sometimes.
It does. It be like that sometimes.
Bro, right now I'm kind of like, I'm writing and whatever, like, the rent needs to be paid, you know, like, I did but I wrote, like, 2 or 3 fucking, verses for 2 or 3 different homies recently.
Nice.
And then had my other, the Catalyst that I dropped. That one is just it's just deep rap. Almost 4 minutes of just bars. You know, and it's not even, like, no chorus or nothing, but I was just touching on so much different topics, bro. This homegirl fucking called me, like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. What do you mean? It was just off of what I said on it and this and that. And I'm like, okay, you know, like, you gotta touch people, bro. Like, fucking, you have to do something different, you know, touch their hearts, touch their mind, their soul and stuff, and, like, really resonate with them and shit. The music is energy. That energy needs to be pushed a certain way and stuff. It's kind of like Extension, I believe. He was doing the 432 hertz and stuff, using the good energy in his beats and all that, but still like flowing and stuff. Because it could either be healing or it could be destructive, just depending on what you're putting out there.
Exactly.
That's dope.
No, it's facts though.
Yeah.
Words are powerful.
They really
are. Vibrations. You know, life is vibration. If you send vibrations out there, you know, that shit is very powerful.
Right. I mean, and look at what we do as storytellers and artists and stuff. We're basically writing spells and they're reciting them and stuff. You know what I mean?
You know who talked about that? Nipsey Hussle. He was talking about that shit in one of his interviews, bro, about how, like, what he was rapping about was influencing his life. So he started rapping differently, you know, so he can influence his life differently. And I did that same shit before Nipsey Hussle ever said that, ever in my life. My bad, I fucking watched. There it goes.
It's a real thing, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I noticed that a long time before he said that. When I was like, he said that, I was like, damn, that's some real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Facts. That's why I rap positive shit.
Words are power.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I rap like a certain type of way with my words. You know, that isn't necessarily destructive, unless that's my intention.
Oh yeah, no, I have some where I'm kind of wild.
Like if I'm in like my battle mode, then I might be a little, you know, aggressive and intentionally destruct. You know,
I mean, because that's the energy at that point.
The imaginary, exactly. That's the energy.
Fucking head.
I want your neck. Protect your neck.
Buck, boy. Like, it's that energy.
Kick your teeth in, you know, like
exactly that one right there.
Hunting season type shit.
You have to have that in your arsenal. It's like the homie said. The homie Alex, he's kind of like staying with me, not staying with me, but he fucking said, imagine you have just a bunch of knives in your drawer. What knife am I taking out right now? It doesn't have to be the one that's serrated. It doesn't have to be the one that's the sharpest. You could have different knives, steak knives, paring knives, you know, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? What knife am I taking out and using at this moment? So the serial mastery, same all the way down to that. If you have enough time with yourself, you could really learn what you're good at and then just apply it. Shit. I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I like to find out things in people like that they can or may be able to do. Is this your passion? Well, let me try to help you turn your passion into something that you can make a business out of it. I'll show you how to make a business page. I'll show you how to make a flyer. I'll show you how to market this and that and stuff or whatever and stuff. And it's just up to you to really do it. I've offered that to a couple of people. Some of them took it and kind of ran with it. Some of them kind of just sat on it or whatever and stuff. But I understand how things can be ran. Good right now. I understand how things could be ran and stuff. So therefore, I just try to teach and push that. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I want the magazine thing to go. I want to help teach and push you into learning and growing into be a better you. Whether it's fighting, whether it's music, whether it's this, whether it's that. You know what I mean? That's something that I want to learn and be good at. That way I could teach my sons. You know, I got my 15-year-old. He's really smart. He's really, I guess you say, he knows what he wants. You know what I mean? He knows what he wants to create. He knows what he's trying to do.
Hell yeah.
You know, so then I got my 10-year-old and then I got my 8-year-old. And those both boys, you want to show them you could do whatever the hell you want to do. You just need to be focused. You need to push. You need to spend some time to do it. Everybody has their strengths, what they're strong at. Everybody has their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think going back to what we were saying earlier too, like there's no wasted experience. You know what I mean? Being like a jack of all trades and all that, right? You know, it's like in life, you know, obviously if you don't practice things enough, you might forget it. But I feel like regardless, you know, you're going to run into things again in life that, hey, you might have experienced this before. You might have done this before. And here you go with that knowledge again. Boom, boom, boom. Gets you through the situation, you know?
One thing I like to say is you can translate that information. So like things that you do on your day-to-day job or like shit like that can translate across to, you know, for me, martial arts, you know, like I translate it. That's how I train.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Everything is kung fu.
Exactly. You know, type shit.
Yeah.
So like, but you can do that beyond that. You know, you could translate that into, different ways. If you can expand the metaphors. You gotta learn to be creative. You could translate the information across from different areas of life into other ones.
I kind of call it transmutation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're transmuting the energy at that point. You're transmuting the knowledge.
Yep.
You're using that knowledge into this part right here, and you're just transmuting it. So once you get good at transmuting things from emotions and so on and so forth like that, you could learn how to transmute it into positive things, positive energy, positive way of thinking, positive, just energy period that you're bringing and that you're pushing around the people that are around you. And just like anything that's going rotten or whatever, like apple that's rotten, you know, that rot is going to eventually push to people. Either you could be that rot or you could be that light, you know what I mean, that brings light to others, and so on and so forth. It only takes one person, and once more people band together and stuff like that, you go with it. It's kind of like in the church or whatever, you know, they say more than one person in Christ, you know, and banding together, that spirit is there. It's the same thing, you know, with anything you do in your life. You know, you have strength in numbers.
Definitely.
You have strength in numbers.
Yeah, man. You know, that's kind of what you're saying too, like the, you know, with your, wanting to start your, magazine and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we want to do too. You know, that's what we all need to do, is build a community, you know, of willing artists, likely artists that work together well, that can build a good, you know, just community and foster that for other people who want to join in and create art, and, you know, because that's what Colorado, that's what Denver needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I totally understand. I've been in it about 16 years in this scene. You know what I mean? And I've seen it all. I've seen everybody try to band together. I've seen people just split up. I've seen promoters that just started being promoters because I'm like, hey, you know, this is how you do things, whatever and stuff. I'm like, I'm open. I'm very transparent. And they'll go and they'll get paid thousands of dollars for doing a show and then not even pay the artist and this and that. Like, you know, like we got to start at the business owners, like the bars and stuff. Hey, we're your lifeblood. Treat us right. We'll treat you right. You know what I mean? We'll bring in people at the moment. It's just, after everything, yeah, we'll have our fun and stuff. But I kind of like want to be.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah. So like we need to start with the owners. Right there, they understand that we are an asset, just like they are an asset. We need to start with the promoters. Same thing, you know what I mean? We are an asset too.
Yeah.
And, you know, I understand that as a promoter. That's why I've always tried to be the way I am. Like everybody's 50-50. Everybody needs to put on their 10%, their work or whatever. I will invest in it as much as I can. I will promote it as much as I can, as much as I know how. You know, I came from the guerrilla marketing stage, you know, where I'm going out there putting flyers and putting up posters and, you know, putting cards and stuff and people's shit, you know, like I was street team guy type before I was promoter. So then, you know, like, I just want us all to grow, period.
Yeah.
All, period. Because if we know better, we would do better. You know, and there hasn't been too many people that stepped up and like, okay, regardless of who you're fucking with, what you're doing, what you're representing, I represent you, I can represent you, you just need to represent us too in our movement. You know, like, I will fuck with you, I will teach you, I will show you the way, I will fucking do the best that I can to make sure you grow as I grow. And it's because everybody's selfish. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. When it comes down to it, rap culture is basically how much money do I have?
How big's your dick?
Yeah.
It's all about you.
Yeah. How much shit I have and this and that.
Yeah, you gotta be the shit. The shit.
And that,
I got it, you don't.
Bro, and that started in like the early 2000s and all that stuff. Like maybe late 90s, we were still pushing like true hip hop stuff about the people, about the culture. And then around like 2000s and up, they started just pushing a whole bunch of, you know, fuck you, fuck that, my money this, my money that, you know, gotta be the baddest bitch in the club, gotta, you know, look the look, act the act. And, you know, that's what it is, you know, all the drugs and all that stuff too, whatever and shit. Like, y'all glorify all the wrong things. And, you know, unfortunately you got small prisons and stuff like that back that kind of behavior because they get paid for it.
Fact.
You know, you've had that.
Yeah, it's all a business model, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like, I guess you say, more bodies in the government, like in the war and stuff like that. It's about bodies. It's about having the biggest army, about the most bodies. You know what I mean? And I guess rap is taking over like that with those bodies. And they kind of pushed out the message that a lot of people have. That's why you're never going to hear about the KRS Ones and Immortal Techniques and stuff like that unless you hear it from the underground. And the underground is where all the, you know, artists that really, I guess you say, precipitate with the music, with the art itself. You know what I mean? That's where it originates from, the people. You know what I mean? At the park, fucking after dark, fucking sitting there, beatboxing, rapping, and fucking, you know, doing some b-boy shit, whatever. You know, like, it started off with good intentions and it had something until you started injecting all this other bullshit with it. And even if you do end up doing that or whatever, what are you doing for your people? You know what I mean? What can we do as someone in that position to do better for my people? How can I teach my people? What businesses can I start that'll keep my people working? How can I teach them? That's what they're afraid of. You know what I mean? Somebody that can understand that and show that and teach that. You know what I mean? We'll all have our time. Eventually.
No doubt, man.
That's facts.
Everyone gets their chance. It's a process too, man. You know, it doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen right now. It might not happen later, but it might happen later, you know?
Oh, yeah. And obviously do a lot of networking, have your connections.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace, Michael 5000 Watts. You know, like, he was somebody I learned off of. You know, I've had him out 3 times or whatever to DJ for me at my shows. First time I met him was probably in like 2011 when I had him to come out and he DJ'd my show. I put all the artists on. He played everybody's music. He's like,
Which show was that?
talking. Bro, it was like 2011. This was like back over at...
that's a long time ago.
This was at like the... No, you didn't. This was over at the Atmosphere across the street from Denny's. That was my first time that I had like a bigger name person that I dealt with. Like I had his DJ, what was it, fucking Bad Boy BMC. He was my like DJ that was going with me and helping build shit and shows and stuff for a little while. I was using that Swisher House logo and shit, you know what I mean? Like that was my shit, you know. So the music at the time, I had like, you know, Zero Trey and all them and shit, fucking Paul Wall and all them, Botany Boys and like so on and so forth. Like I love screwed up shit. I love Child and Screwed. I love, you know, the Child that, you know, you name it. Mr. Pookie, Mr. Lucci. I brought them out. I brought out Mr. Pookie 5 times. Mr. Pookie and Mr. Lucci once. You know, I kind of, my thing with bringing people out like that is kind of like people that I bumped. You know what I mean? People that I grew up listening to or whatever, that I know that there's a little niche for it or whatever, you know, and I could probably reach out for more shit. But like even the newer one, when I had out Mad Squabbles. You remember that show?
Mad Squabbles. I wasn't there.
He was dope.
But Mad Squabbles is tight.
Mad Squabbles.
I was like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to make that show. But
I had All Flows Reach Out. I had him out there, Afro, fucking who else? X-Rated was the one that I did in 2019 when he first got out of jail.
Nice.
And, I seen one of my promoter.
I think I opened on that show. I think I did open that show.
I think you did.
I seen and Anon Esteban.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty sure we both did that show.
He did that one. I remember that.
I think we were on the set together.
Bro, I had so many people there. It was just crazy. I had the whole hood, the whole east side, west side, north side, everybody fucking there. Like, although like OGs, they're just all under the same roof.
Of course, like that shit.
People were fucking passing tickets through the gate and stuff, you know, on the side, and like, here, come in, because we weren't marking them. So I'm sure there's like 20, 30 people that got in that I didn't fucking know about, but I still made my money on it. You know, X-Rated still got paid. Everybody still made money on their shit for selling their tickets. So it was a good fucking night. You know, it's just something that you learn on. Yeah. And he had like, the Loonies. I had Yuck Mouth out. He had brought somebody with him, Judah Priest of, I think it was, Protect Your Neck and then fucking Eternal, of course, Eternal. My boy Eternal, fucking Latifu. That guy, he's something else. I got love for him though. I got love for him though. I've known him for like 12, 13 years or more. He calls me just to call me like, oh, Tito, you my best friend. I'm like, bro, you too. We have like an hour and a half fucking long conversation and shit about everything. I'm like, oh, fuck. This is like big bro and shit for sure. But you know, you get those kind of people that you can have that big bro relationship with in the game. And that's when you build those connections. So I know if I go down to Texas, I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to have good Texas love, you know, especially, you know, I have cosign from Mr. Pookie himself, you know, from Dallas and stuff. And, you know, go down to the north side of Houston. And I would love to go to like the funeral for Michael Watts. Cause, you know, he taught me some shit when it comes to like marketing a little bit, where we were talking about how he did his thing, you know, and, you know, we had these same type of talks that everybody needs to come together. We need to find out more sound, so on and so forth.
I was trying to think of who that was at first. Now I know who you're talking about.
What, Michael Watts?
Yeah.
Bro, Switch the House. He's the one that made
I
Millionaire and Paul Wall and all them like famous.
That's your Millionaire guy?
Yeah, he's the one that was spinning that.
That's Millionaire guy?
Fucking who? Mike Jones, you know, like all that shit. Yeah, exactly. Fucking, he's the one that was pushing their shit so long.
Okay, hell yeah.
You know, so like, they got a lot of culture out there, and that's how they got big for the most part. They had people like him that would push that shit out to the people, and not just, you know, keep it underground, not keep it in your local bars, your local wherever where, you know, you want to go out and listen to it, you can listen to it. He put that shit in your face. He put it in your face, and that's what artists need to do. We need to put it in their face. That's kind of why I was thinking magazine.
No doubt.
You know, because we got social media, but social media goes 5,000 followers per person. When it comes to Facebook, you got Instagram and stuff, but that could go anywhere and everywhere. You know what I mean? You want to centralize it, you need to be centralized within your community and the people that are around you. That goes for your literature, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like your Westwords and all that. That magazine could qualify as the same thing, and then I could get the passes to go out and actually see these new big events and stuff like that, and have that media access to do interviews, whatever, stuff like that for the magazine.
That'd be cool.
So that'll also put me in a better position to represent for whoever and who, you know, whatever show. Find it, put it together. Like, hey, everybody could work together doing this. This is how it's gonna run. This is how much it's costing. You know, so on and so forth. Like, I'm very transparent with what I'm paying for shit. You know that. No, this is what I'm paying to bring this artist out. This is what we're breaking it down. This is how many artists I need. This is what needs to be done on it. If I'm going to make it work, I'm going to have to put this much in fucking, you know, promo and stuff. I was trying to get one of those big billboards for the last Mr. Boogie show I had. I was talking to that cat at Rand Steez, and I just didn't really get very far with him. He was like, tell me price. I'm like, okay, well, does this work, this size? And it just didn't get past that. I'm like, bro. At that point, that was kind of like gatekeeping a little bit. You know what I mean? You got the opportunity. Well, what's up? I got the money. It just didn't happen. So I'm going to have to do that too. You know what I mean? Find some places I can get some billboards up, do all that, make it in-house. You know what I mean? People that are actually trying to work and spread the fucking people, help out the people.
No, I feel that.
No doubt, man. Yeah, I definitely got to advertise.
That's the main thing. That's why you got these. You know, not all of them work on all phones.
No,
I was learning that recently. They have to have their NFC on, and then you have to know where to like point.
And then the new iPhones think they're on top.
Yeah.
Because like the old ones are on the back, but the new ones think they're on like the tip. Because that's where like you do the.
It took me a minute to figure out where mine was at.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? It's not working. And then it's like right underneath the camera or some shit on mine.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
It's a weird spot. You just kind of like, you gotta like move it around for a second.
That's technology, you know, you just gotta freaking, you know, figure it out. Once you figure it out, you're good though. Yeah. No, my boy, may he rest in peace, Alize Moore, he used to have these, NFC type things, right? But they were like little jingas where it was like this, but it was like rubber. And it literally broadcast to anybody that was within like a 15, 30 foot radius. Like it just airdropped it to people. You like just sent out little notifications. Yeah. I could be sitting right here and both of you guys could be getting like little notifications or anything. You're like, oh, check it out. And he's like, what did he say? You could do it, but you can't legally do it if you're trying to sell and you're trying to solicit. So what you'd have to do is the message that it sends is like, are you interested in hip hop music or are you interested in this? So like you give them an opportunity to be like, oh yes, I am. And then, you know, then he'll send you another little message and they're like, check this out, you know? So like that technology he had was dope.
Tight.
Yeah, he had 3 of them that he put out in the city before he died. So like he put them out somewhere. So like somewhere, some people are getting like random little. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Just to get it. Even after he passed away. Even after he passed away, bro, he still got some messages being sent to people and shit. You know,
That's dope.
But yeah.
That's tight as fuck, bro.
I don't know where I should have paid attention more, you know, but he taught me how to make websites and stuff. We had like the old school technology where you just had a random number generator. So he had a random number generator, and then he took all those numbers and he put it into a random calling thing to where it'll call or send messages to people. You know, so like he could choose to call, but we were sending text messages to each other. Well, not to each other, but to all those random numbers. And what it'd do is just like Facebook, if you wanted to get more ads, it only lets you do so many ads, so many second or whatever as you're growing it. He had the same type of shit where you could highlight everybody's on people's friend lists, put it on a thing, and it'll randomly ding, 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 every 10 seconds or whatever. So I had the same formula with the text messages every 10 seconds or so. Ding, ding, ding. And you just send out that information so you could just send it to your website that you're sending them to.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to study that to do that, but.
Yeah, that's the way to go about it, man.
Yeah. There's so many different ways to skin a cat. That's the best way to put it. You know, many different ways. So many different ways. It just all takes money.
Wow.
It all takes money. It all takes an investment, simple investment, initial investment, but it also takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of homework. Fucking, you got to have somebody that knows, hey, this is how it's supposed to work, yada yada. Like that's what I had. I lost him, but that's why I kept my business going for so long. He made me my logo for my shit, my little Dr. Green Thumbs Handyman thing. He made me my logo. So like that right there is a testament. Like I'm not gonna not do what I do. He believed in me as being my own business owner, so I'm not fully going to give up in doing what I need to do, ever. You know what I mean? I will always push the business. I always try to push it and grow as a person and as a business owner, period. No, but, you know, you got to know your battles. You got to know when to fight, when to not fight. Just like homie, he shouldn't be fighting. But that's a whole story within itself.
Oh, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't.
Ego, like we were talking about earlier.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta choose your battles.
Yeah. You gotta be wise, man. I'm looking at it for the long run. You know what I mean? I don't want to just die fucking, you know, someday randomly and like while I'm young still, you know, I'll be remembered as the, you know, sexy motherfucker I am. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna get old and gray and all that and shit, but still, like, I want better health. I want better, you know, everything. I want to grow my fucking credit, all that stuff, and like just get out of the negatives and stuff, you know, like as a business owner, you don't necessarily flourish all the time. You either have the best of the best or the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? Because you're literally 100% throwing yourself out there. Like, this is me, this is what I do, and it either comes or it doesn't. You get good people that you do work with, or you don't. You know, just like that whole situation with what I was doing. I had these people screw me over, had me 22, 23 days of, like, wasted time that I could have been doing something while I was under contract with them. They're like, oh, we got to move the money. Nowadays, all you got to do is click a couple buttons to move money. You know, even if it's a trust fund, okay, maybe a couple days, give or take, you know what I mean, if it's a trust fund or something like that. But to move it for 10 days the first time, and then when I'm supposed to start on the next project, you took another 13 days to move it, and not move it, but say, hey, at this point we don't have the funds, but you were telling me the whole time before, I got the funds, I got this, you know, why are you going to sign a contract? And, just, you know, why are you going to sign that? Why are you going to get started with a project and be like, okay, this is what we're doing, and then when it comes time to pay or when it comes time to go, okay, I don't got that. It's because it's because the first day our guys were a little bit late, so I was a little bit late. I had to get my tools there. I get to the job site, and she was like, "Oh, this is the bad place to start." You know, being a little bit late. I was probably about an hour and a half late. At that point, I'm like, "Come on, I need to be wise on my time." I told her, I'm like, hey, the world doesn't work how you want it to work. Sometimes, you just kind of go with the punches. You got to roll with it. You're paying me as the contract to do the job right. I told you, give me 2 weeks. Trust the process. I'm working per contract. I'm not working per an hour. You know what I mean? That's kind of where that kind of got misconstrued. At that point, you brought me in because you know what I could do. You know what I mean? Let me do what I do. I'm a peacock. Let me fly. Because I actually said something, I was ignored the whole 2 weeks I was there working. You know what I mean? And running up into the next one. Mm-hmm. So at that point, that next part of the process, she's just like, oh, wow, just bro, I got to go for either 5,000 or as many days that I could get for my time wasted. You know what I mean? Because that's money that could have been in my pocket. That's projects I could have went and did, waiting on them to do me right, to get me started on the project. And not like stream me along. Oh, hey, it's coming. But then, now, because I go and pick up my tools because I'm pissed and I'm like, fuck this. I got to go. I got to find me a job. I got to find some people, put me to work. Now I need my shit. That way I can go do it. That day that I went and grabbed my shit, and I told him, like, either we're going to, 1, do the job and we'll be good, or 2, I'm going to have to put a lien on your property and maybe take you to small claims. What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Like, where are we going to go from that? They chose to ignore me. I'm going to put them to small claims. I blasted them out on my Facebook, not for slander, but just letting people know my story. That way, hopefully nobody else gets taken advantage of. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like, I have a battle that I have to fight, but in the same time, I got to bring in work. Yeah. And then do music and all that other stuff, like, you gotta find time. Gotta find time for yourself sometimes. That's why you're giving me shit all the time. Focus, Tito, focus. I get it. I know. I understand. But I'm good at not focusing some things. You know what I mean? I juggle things a lot. I do. I just gotta be focused at not focusing. You know what I mean? Because, like, you can count on people to be who people are. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could count a fuck up to be a fuck up. I can think that, all right, cool, whatever. Used to that idea, that so on and so forth. Count on me to be me. Count on me to be that motherfucking guy who's doing this, doing that, whatever and shit. Because that's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to do. I will get there, but I'll get there eventually. You know what I mean? Every skill that I've developed over time. And that's where you do a little this, a little that, a little this, a little that. Because when you get a lot right away, you don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? When you get a lot. That's why I want to be ready. That's why I wanted to be ready. I knew I was that fucking guy back when I was 19. Ever I showed you that Timeless track? Where you see me rapping and I'm young or whatever. I'm rapping hella intricately and fast. And, like, I was a product of the 90s. Like, back, when I was 21, 22 years old. I was rapping dope as fuck. But I needed to learn the business. I didn't know the business. When you don't know the business, they could fuck you. They could band you right over and do whatever the hell they want with you. You know what I mean? That's why as underground, need to learn that shit. Need to learn the business. Need to have direction. And hopefully we could get somewhere, I know how to do the videos really well on Facebook. Like, you guys come out with a video, I know how to make that shit blow up. You might not necessarily get huge conversion, but you're going to get a start. You're going to get a lot of numbers, and then you keep pushing, you grow those numbers, you start growing those followers, start giving them stuff, giving them merchandise. It's going to take money to make money, but I'll get you them fucking numbers. You get in front of people, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll show anybody how to do it. You know what I mean? I did it. So I know it's tried and true. Just have to have the money to put behind it. That's my plan. Every song that I'm doing coming forward, I'm going to try to do a video. I'm going to try to do marketing behind it. A lot of my older stuff, like my last EP or 2 or whatever, I'm going to go on the best songs that I like on that, do the video on that, edit my own videos on there, push them the right way, and start accumulating these millions and millions and millions of views on all these tracks. And eventually that's going to be like, all right, I want you here. I want you there. I want you there. I want you there. Put it into shows, tours, just build.
Yeah, man.
Camera's too hot. It's powering off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, that's dope. It's a good plan, man.
Yeah, you could have it too for $29.99. I'm just fucking with you.
Just come to my class.
Right. Yo, they have that school thing, online school thing. I'm like, what am I going to teach? Could I teach that? Could I teach this? Could I teach that? You know, obviously I'm not going to be teaching them martial arts. You know, bring you over here. We can do a class like that. Split the money together. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'll pay for it initially.
We'll see.
I'll pay for it initially.
I thought about that. I was like, man, it'd be kind of cool to have like an online program, martial arts program. Like,
So
maybe one day.
I'll probably teach people about business, honestly. I could teach them about business and what I know about business, and then I could teach them possibly, you know, how to flow, whatever, you know, and how to manage himself as an artist and this and that, you know, because then you don't need a manager. You won't need a manager. And we're going to have more people that actually understand to how to do it, what's required to do it, and maybe create some awareness to like, hey, this is how you're supposed to treat your artists. Like a union kind of thing, you know what I mean? More like a guild, you know, where everybody understands everybody's on the same level.
That'd
like
be
you were
dope.
saying.
A rappers guild.
Yeah, sure. I'd just say like artist guild.
Yeah, an artist guild. That'd be cool.
Because you have you have the artists, you have R&B artists. You know, the singers, they run under the same thing. It's always hip hop and R&B. You know what I mean when you talk about it. So it's like those right there would be dope, and anybody else that wants to join. You know, everybody's cliquey anyways, but you don't have to necessarily be a whole part of it. Maybe once a year when I throw a fucking big ass event for the magazine. All right, now I'm inviting anybody that's in it, come participate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's tight.
some stuff there.
Yeah, and I already got the name for it. I already got somebody that's going to help me out with all the stories, all that. Anybody that's seeing this or will see this could contact me directly and, you know, get started on getting the bio and, you know, learning how to do artist development, all that stuff like that. Because I got the formula. I may not have got that yet, but that's because I like the funds. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know. But it's because I'm taking care of shit. I'd rather be real life broke because I'm taking care of real life shit and then pretending and just whatever, put it on whatever, you know what I mean? Right now it's kind of slow, but it will get better. Come summer, come spring, you know, I get some really good jobs coming in and just work with that and, you know, invest and grow and, you know, just put it towards myself. That's what I encourage everybody to do. You know what I mean? You can't do everything all at once, but you can do a lot.
Hey, dude, it's the music business, you know. You got to make some money.
Yep. And that's down to your merchandise. That's how you market yourself. Like Threadless is a website that I got, and I got like maybe 8 designs on already that I just kind of made or whatever using a poster on my wall. Put all my ideas together, made my own logo, stuff, whatever. But you could upload your designs. You could put for sale shirts, posters, flyers, cups, backpacks, socks, pants, little totes and bags and duffel bag and like bed coverings, all that shit. Like you could sell blankets and all that on the same site, but it gives you a point of sale. Like so, for a shirt, it'll charge you like $15, but you could set it up for $30. You could set it up for $35. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sell this shirt for that much. So you control your profit margin with them on every item. It's tedious. You have to kind of make sure it's hitting that item right. And, you know, each one, where's my profit margin for each one of these products? But if you do it right and you're able to market it, now that's a pay to print kind of service. They take care of everything except the marketing.
Interesting.
So it's online. You just got to promote it. Hey, support me. It ends up coming into my pockets anyways. You have your own, you know, margin of profits. They just have to pay the part where they're taking care of all the business and the shipping. You know?
That's dope.
Yeah. I mean, options.
Yeah.
You have to have multiple streams of revenue as an artist.
Got to diversify. I mean, in general, you know, even besides being an artist, you know, you just got to diversify. Have
a different portfolio, you know what I mean, than everybody else. That's how you stand out. You know what I mean? I seen something about J. Cole. His mixtape is coming out, right? And what he has is option to buy the mixtape at whatever price. So you could spend like $1 or whatever to buy the mixtape. But then in the same thing, after you press buy, it puts up a message where like, hey, the actual album and stuff is coming out. And, the album's 13 something, 14 something bucks. But, that right there is a marketing plan. It's a strategy. Hey, I'm giving out my mixtape for whatever price you want to pay for it. Now, hey, well, my album's coming out for this much. And if you have somebody that, like J. Cole or whatever, somebody that has followers, people that were actively buying, people that are actually supporting, now you can really convert that into real sales for your album. That right there, put it on Bandcamp, put it on whatever stream that makes it to where it's just straight up, hey, you have to buy for it, instead of like DistroKid or whatever, making it to where it's just exclusive to that. That's where you control your money flow when it comes to actual sales. You know what I mean? We give out a lot of free material because we're artists. You know what I mean? There's a lot of beats that I rapped on that I didn't pay for. I can say that out loud. You know why? Because I do it for the fucking culture. I do it for the art of it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it for profit like that.
Yeah.
There are some that I invested in. There are some that I made myself. And, I'll definitely publish those. I'll make sure that I put those out the right way and I actually get money back from it. But if I don't have anything other than presentation, promoting the people that I got the beats from or whatever, using them to go and just perform or whatever and just promote the art of it, that's fine. I get paid for the performance. Hey, that's my time that they're paying for. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily paying for the song itself. You know what I mean? They could collect the royalties for whatever fucking beats I'm using, this and that or whatever, and it comes to the point where I'm getting blown up from it because I have this song out or whatever and shit, and now it's making money. Now people have that and are like, all right, well, he's probably making this off of it. Okay, cool. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll make a deal. If this is what you want, we can 50-50 split this shit, whatever. My intellectual property, your intellectual property, this is how that'll go. You know what I mean? Who gets the royalties on that? And, or, how about this? You like it? It's blowing up. You're a dope producer. I'm a dope rapper. Let's do a 4-song EP together. You know what I mean? Let's do that instead of one song that we're fighting over. Let's have 4 songs that we could fucking grow together with. That's kind of my plan with shit. You know what I mean? If that shit happens, then I'm gonna just have a whole bunch of producers I could fuck with. I'll make money in the back end. Just kind of gotta approach it in the best way possible. You game plan that shit, blueprint it, and that's what us as artists always try to do. We have to. There's nobody teaching us. You know what I mean? Other than the people that are in it.
Hell yeah, man. And that's, you gotta listen too, It's part of it too.
Yeah. It's mutual exchange of energy. You know what I mean? That's what I like to call it. Just, you say where your mind's at, I say where mine's at, and we kind of throw together those ideas and see what was best for us. Because it's us. It's not just me. That's where the ego comes in. It's us. What's best for us? How can we grow as a culture and as a people? You know what I mean? Artists, we have that platform. We could talk about current things. We could talk about Epstein Island and all the fucking files that came out. We could talk about ICE and all the shit that's going on with that. We could talk about so many different things. What are we choosing to use that for? How are we going to use that to spread the message? What message are we sending? Are we going to be, hypocritical about things? Are we going to sit on the fence with things? Are we going to say what we feel? Are we going to shut up and just rap about what everybody else raps about? How are we influencing? That's what makes the mark.
So to that point then, you think that artists have an obligation, or and people have a platform, have an obligation to speak on how they feel or share their opinions about current events and stuff like that?
I would say no obligation. No. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. But if you are somebody that is an activist and you say you're an activist, then use it for activist stuff. You know what I mean? So at that point, you're putting yourself in that obligation. You know what I mean? So if you're pushing yourself like that, like I am, somebody that's about this, that you have to do that. It's not necessarily like gangbangers with their stuff, how they're doing. Most of them are living that life that they're rapping about. a lot of them get themselves in trouble because they're out there actually doing this shit and they're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? That's why in the hip hop scene or whatever, you get it like that. You got a lot of fakers, a lot of, posers, whatever, stuff like that. But, be the brand that you are representing yourself to be, regardless. I don't say anybody's obligated to anything. Your cause is your cause. If that's something that resonates with you and you're going to do it, then fucking do it. And I mean, push what you believe out there because, hey, somebody else probably believes the same way, And as long as it's not destructive, as long as it's something that's building, has healing energy, good energy, why the fuck shouldn't you do it? Why aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Kung Fu, martial arts background, just really zen about shit, just that's kind of my thinking on it, People are going to be people. You have to let people be people. And just like the homie, the one that's trying to fight, he's got some ego, and stuff, and you're either going to get tested and say, hey, I got the grit for it, or get tested and be like, all right, I probably shouldn't have done that. I could tell you all the time. I could be like, nah, bro, you ain't ready. But if you ain't ready to listen, you're going to have to be ready to get hit and learn the lesson, Same thing with life.
That's life, man.
Yeah. Any more questions? We're flowing pretty good.
You got any questions?
He's like, oh shit.
I was going. I was like, oh shit. Hold on.
So I got some questions, but you got any questions or anything for us?
I mean,
I really did like your show, your performance too, man. I liked you said it was Tito Suave. Is that what you said?
Yeah. That's an unofficial name. Oops. That's an unofficial name for like my
it's like a
persona.
An alias.
Yeah, it's like a persona. Anytime that I'm up there singing like you and me, let's talk about it. I know you want it, girl, I gotta have it. Like when I'm bringing that out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
channeling your Usher.
I have to channel in that Tito Suave. But when I'm like doing intricate flows and stuff like that, I have to channel in Kraze T. And then me, myself, Tito, shit, who is Tito? Who is, that's what you guys wanted to know. But I am that. I am everything that is that and myself. I'm very eclectic. I'm very eccentric. I'm very, learning all the time. Like, fucking short circuit. Input, give me input, I do that audio, like I listen, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of martial arts stuff, a lot of movies. I grew up on movies, I just input shit, like, Modern Marvels, how it's made, random shit about the universe and psychology and fuck, you name it, bro. Engineering. I was working at a robotics company at one time, so mechanics and stuff like that. I just always learning, bro. Always going. My mind is just like.
Oh yeah. It's good, man. I mean, shit. Probably makes your art even more better,
Yeah. And I've gone through the fucking. I've gone through it.
I bet.
I've gone through a lot of shit. Came from the hood, Fucking ran the streets.
Where are you from?
Just all places, bro. In Denver, like
from the world.
And not like that, but in Denver. Like I was born and raised in Denver, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But it was like 4 or 5 years in Denver, like 5 Points and stuff like that. Down on the west side ish by like Westwoods, by like Coons Miller and Kepner and stuff. I was over there for about 4 or 5 years ish or whatever in my life. I lived out in Westminster, Commerce City, North Glen, Thornton ish. We went in Wheat Ridge, right now I'm like in Aurora, like just everywhere. And I've moved so many times. So it's like every time I had a friend, every time I had some people that I could like, hey, what's up? On to the next set of friends. That's what made me so personable and like, hey, talkative and like, hey, who are you? What's up? Like the promoter guy. It's just like, I represent Denver, I represent Colorado, I represent all the surrounding cities. I'm about respect, you know what I mean? Shit, I treat everybody with respect. If I could teach you, I'll teach you. If I could fucking, help you out, I'll help you out. You have to kind of like be the good person you wish there was out there. You know what I mean? Because we all have those times you're like, oh, fuck. We see somebody going through something and we're like, oh, fuck, I wish I could help them some more. But you got to help yourself too. You know, and that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning. The best thing that I could do is put myself up here enough to where I can help out. You know what I mean? Because the more you could do for you, the more you could do for others. Right. You have to be a vessel of that, though. You know what I mean? Can't always give either. You know, you have to be selective of who you're giving that energy to and that knowledge and all that. And fuck it, even if that's the case, if you go learn it, you use it. You know what I mean? Maybe that was God's plan. Who knows? You know, you never know.
Definitely, man. You have to gotta be wise about the energy you're giving out and who you're giving it to.
Yeah, or at least know how to let that negative energy bounce off of you or transmutate it. You know what I mean? Because if you're not ready for that, then you're just giving all your energy and giving all your you away. And it's not going to be able to recharge.
No, definitely. Yeah, and I mean, one thing I learned is you can't save everybody, right? You know?
No.
Like, and you got to definitely self-care. You know, you got to take care of yourself first. And
yep.
Because if you're not whole, you know, or able to, if you're bleeding out, you know what I mean? How are you able to help somebody else?
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah,
it's
Facts.
Real shit, bro. I mean,
if you're on an airplane, you gotta put your mask on first.
Exactly. Yes.
Fuck. The whole COVID stuff is what that reminded me of. Bro, there's still people driving around with their fucking masks on and stuff.
I see it.
That's
I've
crazy.
seen that show. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of a thing, I guess. But like,
I mean, it's been a thing in like Asian cultures when you're sick and stuff. I get that. That's a respectable thing. But I mean, like, if you're still just like all masked up everywhere, that's crazy.
yeah, bro,
That's wild.
we're years past it.
I know. And I mean, maybe it's a fear thing still too, but I mean, you got to build that immune system too, you know? Like, that's the only real way, you know? Like,
You have to. I was literally an
People don't believe in
anti-vaxxer.
themselves
I was an
anymore.
anti-vaxxer. I'm not going to lie about that.
Me too.
I believe in vaccines.
I caught that shit like 3 or 4 times, bro. And the first time fucking sucked. The
Yeah.
last couple times after that, oh, whatever, you know, like... like you said, you got to build that immunity, bro.
Yeah,
I was part of the last generations that were actually outside and fucking riding bikes and
Drinking from the hose?
Yeah, drinking
Yeah,
from the
me
hose,
too.
drinking from the sprinklers, like you know, because I couldn't fucking
Eating
get
dirt.
hose.
Man.
Dirt sandwich.
Making dirt pies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking getting
Mud sandwich.
getting little ringworms and shit in your hand because you were fucking around with it. Like, oh fuck, you know. And then your parents talking shit at you and shit. If I like have any like cuts or whatever, just smear some dirt in it.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, we
Rust the dirt on it. You'll be fine.
right, you spraying the ankle, fucking just tighten up the boots real quick. You'll be good. Walk that shit off. You know, like yeah, you have to build some resiliency to that shit. And when I was homeless for like a good year and a half, I bet you my immune system had to kick the fuck in. I was couch surfing, all that shit. I was throwing shows and I was sleeping in the bar or behind the bar that I was throwing shows at and stuff sometimes, you know, just to save some money and stuff or whatever. Fucking, I had to like literally drink some shit out the trash or maybe eat some questionable shit, you know, like, yeah, you're like, and that's when you're like, what can I really do? What am I really capable of?
Yeah. Super immune system.
Yeah, didn't catch anything. Oh, that's great. At least you're not thirsty anymore. You know, fucking, I got a lot of places from the kindness of strangers. That's also the reason why I am when it comes to the music and stuff. That's my life. That's my passion. And when I was going through that shit and I was sharing my passion with others, I had people that shared that with me and helped me out. And I mean, I had family, I had friends, stuff like that or whatever. But like, you know, that helped me get through it. That's why I make music to help people get through shit. I make music that helps resonate with people, makes them happy. This and that. Bless you. I make music that makes them sad too. Bless you. But they understand. They understand that I understand. You know what I mean? And that's what connects with them. You know what I mean? I understand. I've been through the same shit. You know what I mean? I've done that or I've been through similar shit. I can relate to you. When you have somebody, an artist that you could relate to, then now that's my artist. That's my music. That's my shit. You know? My boy's always there when you're at my shows, like, oh hell yeah. You know, you always fucking like, you always gas me up. We always gas up each other, you know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
You making some good music, bro, for real.
Thank you. Yeah, I've definitely fucking grown into my own the last year and a half or so, as far as my sound and like all that. Like, I'm not gonna say like I'm the king of the R&B out here and shit, because I know I'm not. But maybe who knows? You know, like,
Who's to say?
Who's to say? You know, but I got some dope shit when it comes to fucking R&B and that. You know what I mean? Like, I got some vocals. I got some gusto, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I make different music that sounds different. And that R&B, I mix it. I'm still a lyricist, but I'm still a fucking sit there and I can actually hit the highs, lows. I can't hit high, but I can hit a good amount of high to where you're like, oh, ooh, okay. I have people slow dancing and shit, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It comes from being a big boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, come on, big boys.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Shit, growing up, the skinny motherfuckers always got the love. It was
No wonder why I can't sing.
Yeah. No, I mean, but serious.
I'm skinny. I'm no Usher.
Don't got that bass.
No.
Bro, I was actually singing before I was
got
rapping.
a different bass.
Oh, little bit, the bass. Yo, we got to get Master Clark on the song, bro.
I know.
Ganja Zulu.
Yeah, he got that like Jamaican style shit, you know, like Rastafari.
Have you heard him before?
Yeah, I've been in his house a couple times and stuff.
Yeah.
He's sitting there showing some shit.
Fuck yeah.
He's
He got
dope.
some good shit.
He's dope, but he's so old school.
Yeah.
He's so old school. Like he like play the beat. Okay, play the beat, and then he'll just show you the whole thing. You know, we got to get him recording. We got to get him in the studio recording the shit instead of just being used to like, you know, in front. Like, no, let me show you. You know, like, that's great. I want to record you though. I want it to be like the best motherfucking quality. That way you could just jump on and be whatever. You know,
Just play the track.
yeah.
That's because I'm sure he likes performing it though, but yeah. That's dope.
Well, that's how we promote him better.
Yeah.
That way he's not just in person. Now he has some tracks. Now he has some shit. Now we can actually push him. That's what I'm saying. Because he's got something. And especially some of the shit that he has, like for his people, for his students and stuff. Like that one that he had a video of where he's just talking about, you know, kung fu and shit or whatever in his freestyle or his rap. Like, but everybody has something. Everybody has their own niche, and that's what you got to find. What is my sound? What is my demographic? Where would people appreciate the music that I'm pushing out? From there, build up a game plan. Okay, how much money can I put towards that? Okay, what are they interested in? Are they interested in music? They're interested in concerts. They're interested in upcoming Hot 100, whatever. Tag that shit or put it in the tags and stuff. Now, okay, people from this age group to this age group are actually listening to my type of sound. You have to know your logistics. Once you know that, that's when you push it. You tweak it. You use that algorithm and make it really fucking push.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Demographics, man. Important.
Very much so.
Man, it's just wild.
Knowing your lane, I guess, huh?
Algorithms.
Yeah, he's like I'm just here to rap. Same here. I was the same fucking way, bro. But
Not
like
even.
that's
I'm just here.
so every song that I've
I already broke the algorithm.
yeah, just by being born, I was the fucking fastest swimmer.
I was.
Everybody was the fastest swimmer.
Tried
bro.
and true. Tried and true. Time and time again. Ask him and ask you.
Yeah, exactly. But
Lead swimmer.
right.
Yeah.
Lead the pack. Stroke.
Yeah.
Strong tail.
I was practicing.
No wonder why you be kicking, bro.
I was training, and when in the sack, I was like
Since the sack.
I was doing rows in the back. Everybody was like, "What the fuck's he doing?"
Right?
I'm about to fucking win this race, bitch.
Fuck you! I'm the one getting born. Fuck that. Me, my ADHD ass, bro. I was probably like fucking right there right away and shit, you know? I probably came shooting out.
You were pretty.
Bro, I had a better advantage. Fuck it. You know, shit. I understood the mission right when I came out. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out here so I can cause some motherfucking trauma.
Y'all wait back there.
Right. I came out to change the world. Damn it.
I had these motherfuckers set up a little fucking slingshot for me,
right?
So I could fly out the fucking thing. I was like, yo, here, watch, we're gonna do this shit. We were testing it out in the back, you know, we were just having fun. And it made it seem like it was just a regular thing. And the moment came, and I knew it. I was like, all right.
Yep.
Boom. I was the first one out that bitch.
So what about you guys?
On the slingshot, son.
I want to know a little bit about you guys, too.
What's up?
You know what I mean? Where did you guys start? You know what I mean? You could go from back and forth.
Where did we start?
I guess musically or?
I mean, yeah, musically. I've known you, but I haven't known you like that.
I guess.
No, wait. When we start like freestyle? Like 2013? 2014?
It was like 2014.
Okay. Yeah, we used to start freestyling a lot back at the homie Ronald's house after like school and shit.
Okay.
That's where it really started.
So like high school shit.
But Lo always was like making songs and shit, so he was rapping first.
I started writing music when I was like 12.
But I used to do poetry and shit a lot.
Yeah, I started with poetry too. I had to learn how to transition from poetry into actual flow. Totally different structure, but it's kind of the same. You just got to know how to add words and subtract words.
So I was never a poet in particular. I started writing poetry later on, like recently, but I was always a writer. Like I used to write my own like short stories as a kid.
That's still something.
Stuff like that.
It's still a good start.
My teachers were always impressed with my writing too.
Oh yeah. I
used to so he would have us read books, right? Or we were supposed to read books.
Supposed to.
So, but I came up with a method to pass my classes. All right, I would fucking read the summary of the book, and I would reword it, and then I would read parts of the book because you needed
and just add some extra in.
Yeah, because you needed to like add a few parts from the book or some shit, right?
Yeah, just so you can show them that you understand what they're saying.
Yeah, so you knew what the book was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I always passed, bro, and they were always like, "Wow, this is really good. You're a really good writer." And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I may or may not have it somewhat the same.
Hell yeah!
But honestly, I might be a good writer because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That might make me a good writer. Because I was like, I could just reword that shit. And now that might be my skill, because that's what I do with a lot of shit. I take that shit and I just word it in my own way. I
mean, essentially, rap and stuff is like that. We're at a point where it's been so long, you know what I mean? There's only so many words in the dictionary that you can use. Now it's kind of like it's a perspective thing. How can I say it in my perspective? You know what I mean? How can I say it in my journey where you can know my journey? You know what I mean? And my journey might be the same as others. That's really what it just goes down to, you know? Yeah. You be you authentically, and then the people that could relate will come through to you and hear your message.
And then the raps never change. Only the rhyme sayers.
Oh yeah, you got different rhyme schemes. There's always different rhyme schemes that you can go with. If you're a student of it, you know those different rhyme schemes. There's different artists, and different sounds.
Hell yeah. And then style is just the man himself, you know?
Yeah. The charisma of that person. You know what I mean? I like how you stole my gloves.
I didn't steal that from you.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, bro. No,
I used to do that a long time ago, and I lost my gloves. Bro, before my show, I remember at Bar Red, the first show I was having at Bar Red, I lost my gloves. I was pissed.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you because of what you told me over at that, what was it, the Hangover show that I did, and I had my shirt like halfway off with my black and white one, and then I had my black gloves, and
I was like, yeah, gloves,
bro, it's totally different. You like just this vibe, bro. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I lost those gloves.
I'm telling you, even the homie came up, the homie's homie came up to me. He's like, yo, I don't know what I think it was the gloves, bro. I was like, exactly. That's why I put them on. Because it's the same thing. Like, like I don't know. There's something about the gloves. Michael Jackson did it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True,
there's something about you. You put gloves on, they're like, this was for real. You know, like, I don't know what it is, but when you put gloves on, then people just, they look at it differently. They look at you seriously.
I'll probably come in with the fucking weightlifting gloves next.
Yeah.
You know, just because I look.
See, that's what I started with. Mine was like, that'd be actually interesting. All right, who's sparring with me?
Just drunks and MMA.
Come get it. Get in the chopper now.
We don't do mosh pits. We do sparring matches.
Sparring, you and you, go.
Round one.
Were we talking about that? Throwing gloves into the pit?
Yeah.
Throwing some gloves out there?
Yeah.
Or, was it Violent them talking about that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'd be some... You.
Yo, bro, so you know that that Arnold voice that I'm just using right there?
Yeah.
You know, so I got that in a whole fucking song where I'm being lyrical on, and I'm literally talking about a lot of his movies, not all of them, but a lot of his movies in his perception, like saying, "I'm the running man. You're gonna need to use your gun." The Butcher of Bakersfield, fucking talking about Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, Hercules, fucking Batman and Robin, talking about I'll freeze you up like Batman and Robin and shit. But I'm using his voice.
Do you do the voice the whole time?
I'm doing the voice the whole fucking time, the whole flow, bro, the whole fucking flow. It's called the Governator.
The Governator.
The Governator. It's got Arnold like this with his fucking gun, like So, but yeah, like I start up with talking about like putting some creatine in my pasta and shit, like Larry the Lobster, fucking just but being him and talking like in how he does. He's very like proper when he's
in my lobster.
Yeah,
Larry the Lobster.
Yeah,
like
but
Larry.
I got to the point where I'm doing funny shit. You know what I mean? I'm so comfortable in my craft that I can kind of just fucking parody with it. Chinese food. You can get the scoop and I could get a scoop too. 2 scoops. A Pepsi Mountain Dew. I live on. It's a fucking Chinese food. You just fuck around with it, bro. Because again, it's my perspective. My perspective be whatever the fuck I want it to be. If I want to play with it, have fun with it, then I'm going to do it. That's how you be you authentically. Be you. Just do you. I'm a fucking big ass goofball in the fucking real life. Smart, fucking nerd. Low key, I'm like more of a nerd than I thought I would be. But
I feel that
I'm gonna be me, and you like it or not.
Hell yeah, shit.
Some people don't like it though.
Fuck them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Fucking homie Key, and he's like, bro, they're scared of you. I'm like, why? Why? I don't get it.
Must be a threat or something.
Yeah, bro, I'm open to fucking sit there and collaborate with everybody, anybody. You know what I mean? I want to make good fucking music. I want to do shit together. You know what I mean? But might not be scared. Maybe it might not be just like, okay, well, I know I'm not on that level, or like, doubt something. I don't know. I just don't know.
Maybe they're just like, I don't think we'd make good music together.
Maybe, bro, but maybe it's because I already fucking got millions and shit on my videos. They're like, well, fuck this guy, he did it before me or some shit. You know what I mean? You never know what the fuck it is. Yeah, I might have
more ego.
Yeah, more ego, and that's like why I opened the door. I know how to do it. I could teach you guys how to do it too. You know what I mean? It's at that point, it's about conversion. It's about conversion and stuff. Yeah, in the beginning of the game, if you're going out, they give you fucking, say, a record deal or whatever, right? Okay, my first 200,000 that I'm getting, that's going to have to go towards my marketing. That's going to have to go towards fucking budgets for features, budgets for fucking, gas and stuff like that to get to these tours, to these places you're going to go tour to. You have to budget that money instead of go out there and actually fucking use it for the cars, the clothes, the money and stuff. Well, no, that's the money, but like, you know what I mean? The fucking jewelry, etc. The shit that you see, money, and then push that. That's why artists get fucked up, because they go out there and do that first instead of actually putting it towards where it needs to be. Now you're stuck in a fucking in a little contract that says you need to push me out this amount of items, songs, or fucking EPs or whatever projects that I need you to push out for this money that I just dished you. They don't take care of that. They take care of all that other shit, the image first, before they take care of that. Fulfill those obligations. Once you fulfill those obligations If you do it right in the correct way, you get the perpetuity, like, you know, the royalties in the back end from that contract. You get that, or a majority of that money that you got up front. You get to keep a lot of that if you just treat it like a job and boom, 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 knock it out. And now I could actually spend that money. Now I could actually push those projects, get all that fucking thing. I take care of my end. They give me more, give myself a better contract or whatever, because now I actually produced what I said I would in a good amount of time. Now you can actually make some money on that stuff, whatever. We can push that. Okay, now I get another distribution deal, whatever. You know, you have to do it the right way. Don't just take that opportunity and fucking not doing anything with it. And you also got to know what you're getting yourself into. There's going to be times where you're signing that contract and you're like, okay, well, I didn't understand that I had to do all this. Don't just let somebody say, hey, like, this is what we're doing. See that money, like, okay. No, see that shit. Read that shit. Okay, well, what is this? You know what I mean? You need somebody present that understands that, or at least you need to understand that too. Now you could do business the right way. Now you can grow as an artist. Now you can take control in your hands, but also still deliver a product in a way where they benefit, I get benefit, everybody benefits.
It's music and business.
Music and business, exactly. You could always fake it till you make it. Shit, fuck it. You know what I mean? But don't sit there and put all that fucking money they're giving you up front for a new house, a new car, new clothes, new all this and stuff. Yes, you're living it. You're trying to enjoy the good shit. But put your work in, just like everybody else. Put your work in before you actually get that and you're able to do that. That's where longevity comes. And I mean, that's where staying in the game comes from. You get so many one-hit wonders or people that are doing something and they just don't take it to where it could go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got to be a little bit financially literate, you know?
Yeah. That comes down with making good decisions. Am I living healthy? Am I living righteously? Am I doing the best that I can for me? You know? Not just more. Money doesn't equal happiness. Never has. You know what I mean? I could have more and I could enjoy more like that. But if I'm not right here, how will I ever be right there in any situation? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moral compass is, you know, being that person with integrity that means something to people. That's what people see and they're like, all right, I can back this fucking guy. You know what I mean? Everybody has their niche. You'll find your people when you're ready to find your people. We all get our light, one time or another.
Hell yeah. I think that'll be a good place to wrap it there.
Yeah, we could keep talking, bro. That's me.
Oh, yeah. No, man, I appreciate you coming. That was a good conversation.
Yeah,
no problem.
Love, brother.
Thank
a lot
you
of
for bringing
knowledge.
me. Thank you.
A
Bro.
lot of game.
Yeah.
I've got
Take some notes.
Yeah, I've got some people
real.
taught me in the fucking background, but a lot of people haven't had that time to sit there and talk to me like that. You know what I mean? You know me in the hip hop world and shit. We do shows. You come show up and shit. We jam out. We do all that, but we don't really sit and talk like this. You know what I mean? We can. I was always up for it. All you gotta do is ask.
It takes a while sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you just has to take time to open up and stuff. I get it. You stoic, mysterious motherfucker.
That's how I am.
Below the mystery.
I'm a ninja.
Yeah.
You don't know if I was there.
The enigma.
I was gone before you knew it.
Right, bro. I'm the same way, though. You know, I really am. That's why you have to ask these questions to me. I literally work out, fucking work when I can, listen to my music, make my music, watch my movies, and I repeat that for the most part. You know, I'm very at home, very like in the cave. I've grown a company to my own self. You know what I mean? I can just chill by myself. And, you know, I want to get out. I want to see my people. Right. I want to support. I want to do all that. Yeah. But, you know, circumstances sometimes it's like, just can't do it. You know, I can't do it. But,
life, bro.
Yeah, but when I'm there, I will fucking make the best out of it. You see me, fucking ask me anything you want to fucking ask me. Talk to me, you know what I mean? I'm there, but I was security for a while, so I'll be just plus being the promoter or the DJ, just
in the background.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see me dancing. I'll do the rockaway or some shit. I used to dance, but I hurt my fucking knee doing it. I extended myself too much, and my fucking my kneecap went like this.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then it went back into place when I was going up some stairs like a year or two later. I was like, bro, I was in my fucking my '98 Camaro and shit, and I had a clutch. I was like, yeah, so I could take myself to the fucking hospital, bro. Having to put it into drive because every time you get at a stoplight, you have to put it in the middle and again, By the time I got there, my shit was hurting. I'm like, they're like,
bring the stretcher, bring the stretcher.
You brought yourself here? Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Oh, fucking sucks.
Yep.
Oh, shit, man. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you sharing all your stories.
No problem.
Tell us about Kraze T.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Learning about you, man.
I have so much more to tell, but I ain't gonna say shit.
We'll do
definitely have
more
you back.
episodes, of course.
Bro, I'm writing a book and everything.
Hell yeah.
Biography and all that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Where can people find you and all that?
You can find me just about anywhere under KRAZE T33 THEEMCEE. Kraze T the MC. Write that shit down. You can Google that. You can find me on most platforms. I'm on some like Russian websites. I'm like the people in other countries and stuff like got my shit and their shit. And I'm like, oh, how did that get there, you fuckers? You know what I mean? But like, you could find me in a lot of different places, bro. A lot of different places. That's my main shit though. Like if you facebook.com/Kraze T, just Kraze T, that's my Facebook, so look me up. I'm easily found every Sunday. I'm trying to do, martial arts training down the street from my house over at the park. Anybody's invited. They want to come show people how to do what they do, what they know and stuff. We trade knowledge, train each other, hopefully get the church involved, train some kids and stuff, train, the women how to do self-defense and all that shit. Like, try to be about community and stuff.
Nice.
But,
what park?
Hoffman Park.
Okay. Every Sunday?
Every Sunday, around 12, 1 o'clock, around those times. Just kind of got to figure it out, make sure I got my schedule down and all that stuff. Last couple times I was out working, moving and stuff, so. Right on. Plus it was just me and a couple people that I already trained with, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. We're trying to get this fucker out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's hard to bring out
busy. I'll be busy as shit, man.
He's getting ready for his attorney coming out.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But that's why he's got to. That's why he's got to train. You see, so if we get like 5 people that you're training,
I'll be training.
I know
that's
you.
That's why
have.
I'm saying
I know you have
a lot. I already got a lot going on with my training, so I'll get around. You'll see me.
You gotta teach me that bow staff. You gotta teach me that bow staff.
Yeah, we'll see one day, maybe.
I'm still gonna be working on it and stuff, even if you ain't teaching me. You know that, right? He's good as shit with the swords.
Yeah, so I'm at the tournament.
Okay. I'm okay. I don't know shit.
Hey, that's him being humble, bro.
I don't know shit. No, that's me just... I don't know shit. I'm just chilling.
He said he was a ninja, bro. Trust me. He meant it. He's a ninja. Fucking guy's a ninja.
That's funny. Shit. All right, y'all. Thank you for rocking out with us, brother. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, y'all. Peace and love.
Hell love. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
So was that live?
Not live, but
you're gonna record it, edit it.
Yeah. Gonna do some stuff and clip it all together and shit.
Oh, my ass.
I know, it's true.